we can imagine fun BGM. Well, let me tell you guys what happened today, essentially, because it was rough. Is someone in the back? Okay, we're fine. Okay, I'm just not seeing things properly. All right. So here's what happened. You guys are gonna get to hear it in my low voice. Let's see if I can do it in 20 minutes, and then we decide whether we want to watch Shawshank or not. I just feel bad because the membership thing is like once every month, but at the same time, people kind of like renew at their own pace. It's not like everybody renews at the end of the month. It's like on the dot from when they renewed it. But still, I wanted to, I don't know. Okay, well, give me a second. Today. This is the story of today. I got a poncho. Anyway, that's not a part of the story. The story begins in the morning, once I have made a flight, a long journey, early in the morn, to my native homeland. And the reason for that is because there was something that I wanted to close out on. Without going into too much detail, there is a space that's very important to me to rent in said place. It was extremely important for me to be there. So I go there with Mama Mori. We roll up in the place to be, and we have to stay at a hotel because we don't really live in the old homeland anymore. So that's what we're doing. And so then, property rental in US sucks. I already get it. Yeah, especially in the particular place that I wanted to get. We'd been searching for a long time. And Mama Mori had found someplace perfect. And it was interesting because they chose me out of a ton of applicants because they liked that I came, or at least that I have experience in overworlding in Japan. The owner of said property for this particular office was a very, very sweet old demon lady. So kind. So very sweet. But very, 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 very old. Like a fossil. Older than time itself. But such a nice lady. And then she chose me. Because she thought, oh yeah, really interesting, job that you got there. She liked the fact that the Grim Reaper could be a live streamer. And I was very happy to hear that. But Mama Mori had been most of the contact because, I'm away. I'm an overworldie in Japan, yeah? What a sweet old lady. Old kind landlords are a gem. Older than the concept of death. Indeed. So, anyway, continuing on with the story. I made a big mistake because I was very frustrated. I was very frustrated with the bank of my choice. That bank had been causing me a lot of problems. For example, I made a purchase for my studio that was rather large, and because I did, they decided to block my card. They said, surely someone bad must be holding on to this card. It was not true. It's just me. I'm just making a big purchase for my studio. So I call them. From Japan, we're having a flashback moment. Everything is back in sepia tone. Hey there, Bank of Demonic Trust. Bank of Demonic Trust. That's what we're going to call my bank. That's the name of my bank. My original bank, rather. My family's original bank. That bank is also run by fossils. And I call them from Japan. And I say, hello. I would like to unlock my card. Here is my special Reaper security number. Here are all my details. And the kind representative on the phone says, that's great, but it's not enough. We need you to fax us. That's right, fax us several different water and electricity bills to confirm your address and identity. Yeah, they wanted a fax in 2022. That's right, people still use fax, I know. It may be a shocker, but it is the truth. Fax, yeah, who uses fax? That's what I said, but you know, the Bank of Demonic Trust is run by fossils. So that's what they ask for, and I say, no, and I hang up the phone. And I decide to myself, well, when I return to the lovely underworldian United States, I'll figure this out. I'll be there in person. I can get it figured out. And I can go to the bank right before I have to put down this deposit. So I do that. And what's even better is the bank that I'm a part of, the Bank of Demonic Trust, the home branch where I opened the account, is in the homeland. So I'm thinking, yatta, they've met me before. I signed up at that bank. So I go there. I walk in with Mama Mori feeling like a baby child because she's had to do everything for me so far. So yeah, feeling very childlike. So I walk in and I say, hello there. My name is Mori Calliope and my card doesn't work. Can you please unlock it for me? I have my passport. I have all of my papers to show that it's me, that I am the one. The dinosaurs only like papers. Yeah, they're a big fan of the papers. And they look at me and they say, nope. And I say, why? And then they say, that's not our department. You do have to call them. Feel free to use our phone from here and we'll help you fax the documents. I say to them, I don't have documents. I don't have bills. I don't have water bills. I don't have electricity bills. I live in another fucking country. And they say, well, that's too bad. Anything else we can help you with? Well, that was a mistake. Are you freaking serious? Oh, it gets worse. Oh, it gets so much worse. So Mama Mori and I look at each other. And we sigh collectively because this is our family's bank. And I say, all right, look, my account is connected to yours. So here's what we're going to do. All right, I have the money for this huge deposit that I have to make. The reason I have to make this huge deposit for the rental space that I'm interested in is because I live overseas and I don't have a credit score. Isn't that exciting? So if you don't have a credit score, that means you have to put down a stupid, and I mean stupidly big, and I mean stupid, ridiculously big amount of money. And I happen to have it. I have just enough saved up, just barely. So I go, here's what we're gonna do. We're bawling. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna transfer because this is how we've been doing things. I've been, borrowing Mama Mori's card, and I say transfer from my account, because my account is also under her name. So I can take the money and put it in there and use it. So I say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to transfer all the money from my account over to your account. And then we're going to withdraw it, and we're going to go over to the Bank of Shinigami United, and we're gonna change. I won't close my bank here at the Bank of Demonic Trust, but we're going over to Shinigami's United with 20 golden bars. 20 golden bars of demon money. Okay? what we're going to do. We're going to take that. We're going to go to a brand new bank because I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. I've had enough. I've had enough. And we say that to them very kindly. I don't want to be rude to the customer service. It's not their fault. It's the fossils that are in charge. So we take that and we go up to the teller. We let them know what we want to do. And they say, you want to withdraw 20 solid gold demon bars and walk across the street with them? I'm afraid for you. And we say, well, what are our other options? And they say, well, we actually can't withdraw that amount of golden bars, but what we can give you is a cashier's brick. We can give you a cashier's brick, which is basically, well, in physical form it has no value, but it is emblazoned with a special code that allows me to put 20 golden bars into the new account. A brick is not gold, precisely. Physically, it has no value. Like, for example, you humans have pieces of paper, correct? I think they call it a cashier's check. Well, for us, it's a cashier's brick. And we say, what do we do with this? They say, just treat it like cash. You should be able to take that and go over to the bank, put it in there. We say, all right, sounds good. Well, how about we make that check right now? They say, we'll even give you a discount. We're going to go ahead and waive the fee to make the cashier's check. We hope you enjoy your time at the Shinigami's United Bank. They were so kind about it. So we say, okay, sure. Who's the check going to be made out to? We look at each other and we say, well, and Mama Mori was just trying to be helpful. We didn't understand what the fuck this cashier's brick really was. So Mama Mori says, okay, here's an idea. We'll have it made out to your name. Then we'll go over to Shinigami's United, put in the check, and then we'll write another one for the landlord. Because she's very old. Because you're seeing where this is going, right? Yeah, you're seeing where this is going. So, she's very old. She only wants her own cashier's brick from me. Yep. So, we get that cashier's brick and we take it over to Shinigami's United. And they're very nice over there. They say, sure thing. Let's open up a brand new account. Here are all of your benefits. I'm like, great, we're kind of, running low on time. Is there any way we can get another cashier's check made? Because we're about to go close the deal on this brand new rental space. And the teller looks at me and says, what the fuck are you talking about? They didn't say that, but that's the kind of, like surprise that they spoke with. You can't do that. I say, why not? They say it takes 2 business days. It takes 2 business days to determine the value of the cashier's brick. Make sure it's legitimate and put the money into your brand new account. So you want to know where that ridiculous amount of money is, you guys? To pay for the rental space? It's in the clouds. It's floating in the sky above us. It is chilling up there. I can see it. I can see it before my eyes. When I stand outside and I look up to the fucking clouds, I look up there and I think, there's my money. There it is. That's the money I was going to use to put down for the rental space. And today's the deadline. And I have to sign a lease. And I go back to Japan in a very short period of time. I can see it from here. Callie, how much was it? It was 20 gold demonic bricks, whatever that means to you. Well, just know that when I told the Shinigami's United bank teller how much the cashier's check was, her eyes got real wide and was like, okay, wow. How many super chats you need us to front you? There's a happy ending. There's a happy ending to all of this. Don't you guys worry. You don't need to front me any super chat money. You guys are very sweet. Don't worry about it. Thank God. Yeah, there's a happy ending. So I'm dying. Mama Mori is in tears. I'm in tears because she's worked very hard to like try and get this property ready, and we've been talking to the owners and people selling it for a long time now. And so we go over, we like look at each other like we don't know what to do. And so we're like, all right, we'll come back later. And you know, the Shinigami's United person is very nice. And it's like, all right, well, let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. And so, you know, we get the information, we get a call from the very sweet owner of the rental space, who says, let's meet up soon. We've got the lease ready. So we look at each other and we're like, oh shit. My heart is pounding. I don't want this reminds me of that South Park meme. And it's got gosh, you do have to rob a bank. That's very sweet. I appreciate it. I'm fine though. I'm fine. We're good. You know what's great is that tomorrow is a Sunday, which is awesome for transferring money. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, I'm fine now. So, continuing onward, we go to meet up with this very sweet landlady, and the dude guy that's helping her sell it. Now, I'm not saying he's rude. He's got to protect her. He's got his mind on the money. But this sweet old lady is, you know, she's a little different. You know, we walk up, and she's got flowers, and she's got champagne, and she's got the keys on the counter, as well as the lease that I'm supposed to sign. And they're like, really excited about this. Really excited about this. Would you like me to show you around and show you the things we're getting renovated here? I say, sure. And I'm awkward as fuck the entire time. I'm literally stiff as a board. I'm like waddling around. I like can't look her in the eye because I keep thinking about the fact that I'm going to have to explain to this lady and the money dude that I don't have the money to sign the freaking lease. Because, you know, keys don't get into your hand till you've got the money. Right? So, eventually, you know, she's showing me all the things about this rental space, and it's really important to her. She loves it. She spent so much of her life in this rental space and cares so much about it, and is showing me all the little places and the tricks of the place. And I'm just watching her show me these things. She's like, you can open up these seats for storage, and I'm just like, ha 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 ha, wow, nice. And she's like, are you okay? Would you like a Diet Coke? I can buy you a Diet Coke. And I'm like, oh, I'm just fine. We're just really excited about today. So eventually we do get to a point where we have some other shit to do because we don't have a lot of time here in the homeland. So we look at each other and we're like, all right, it's time to, you know, tell her. And so we say to them, we say, all right, look, here's the deal. My money is up in the clouds. All right, I made a big mistake, and I'm not going to have it until later. And Mama Mori says, just give us a couple hours. I'm like, no. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know what we're going to do about this. He's like, yeah, we're going to go get a check for you. 3 hours. At this point, I'm feeling like Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems, and I want to die. So we leave, and I'm like, all right, wow, Mama Mori, you figured something else out, I'm assuming. She's like, nope. We're just going to pray that it clears. And I'm like, that cashier's brick is not going to clear. It won't. Adam Handler, that's right. I can feel my leg cramping. It was bad. Not Uncut Gems. It's very Texan. It's that Southern hospitality. And then it did. Nope, it didn't. So we wait for 3 hours, and I don't think I've been this anxious in a long time, and that's saying something. At this point, my brain is fried. My heart can't stop beating. I'm so exhausted, sick to my stomach. I haven't eaten all day. I can't eat. And so we get to the point where, you know, little Imoto Reaper is like getting her hair done. So we're at the salon like, okay, what do we do? How do we get this freaking money? So we're coming up with all kinds of schemes and whatnot. Like, all right, well, how can we, maybe if we use PayPal, and Imoto is really smart about this kind of thing. She's like, I know how to get money when I need it, which means, she's a little manipulative, but we love her anyway. So she's like, I have a plan. Here's what we can do. We can do this thing with PayPal, and then you send me the money to PayPal, this ridiculous amount of money, and I will take it out and make a cashier's brick, and then it shouldn't hit your account until a couple days later. And I'm like, no, I don't have the new account linked to PayPal. It was ridiculous. We were coming up with all of these different plans. None of them were going to work. So at the end of the day, I was sitting in there with my sister, and I just see Mama Mori on the verge of tears, because she feels terrible, like she should have known about the cashier's brick thing. And she stands up with her phone and is like, I just need to tell her the truth. And so she leaves the room. And I feel so bad for her, because I hate to see that. I don't ever want her to be anxious or upset about anything, because I know what that's like. And, she's very important to me. And, she raised me and my little sister all on her own, and has fought so hard for us and for this house and to make it beautiful. And she really just wants it to be great. And so I felt really bad for her, but I was sitting in there, and meanwhile, Imoto's like, you should have seen the size of the lizard that was outside. It was practically a snake. I'm like, not now, Sister Reaper, stop. But I did laugh a little bit. She was very laid back. She was like, okay, the head was a snake, but the rest was a lizard. It was bright orange, and it was the longest lizard I've ever seen. And I was like, I chuckled a little bit. Did she do it in a British accent? Her British accent isn't very good. God bless your sister. Imoto is a Chad. Love her. Yeah. She's nice. Long lizard is long. Was it? That was like a lizard snake. Anyway, that was the highlight of her day. And so eventually, I, at this time, go ahead and call my financial advisor. And I say, there's got to be some way we can figure this out. And I call up my financial advisor, who's like, all right, well, you got another payment that's coming into your account, but it's gonna take 2 days. Money doesn't move at the snap of your fingers. So we really fucked up with this cashier's brick situation. But what he does say is, how about you go ahead and go back to your new bank, Shinigami's United, and go ahead and try and see if you can put Mama Mori on the account, into a joint account, so that you can ask them if you can sign the lease digitally, right? And then Mama Mori, on the day that the brick clears, will be able to go to the bank, even though I'm not there, and take out a brand new cashier's brick, because this landlady, she wants a cashier's brick. And so I say, thank you, financial advisor. I didn't know you could do that. And so we go, and Mama Mori says, well, I don't know what we're going to do yet, because she hasn't responded, but I'll call her at the bank. So we go to the bank. Oh my God. Just telling the fucking story. I'm tired thinking about it, but I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish this fucking story. If I swear to God, if it's the end of me, I'm gonna finish this freaking story. So we go to the bank. We find the lady who helped us before, and she says, "Yup, no problem. Just need some identification." So we show the identification, and we get Mama Mori on the account. And during this time, she calls the landlady, and the landlady says, and I quote, Oh, I never cared about the money. I just feel like I'm the only person that likes this rental space, this house here. It's very important to me. And I feel like you guys just came in and left so quickly, and I'm the only one who cares about it. And I don't feel like you really want it, and it's very special to me. And she said, I just wanted to have a Diet Coke and show you around. And I understand things happen with the money. that's okay. And of course, the money advisor, the guy who's helping her sell the property, is like, fuck no, we need the money before we can give you the keys. But the sweet landlady is saying, I trust you guys. She says, I trust you. And I love what you do. I know you're legitimate. And I'm going to give you a couple more days. But we're gonna take care of all this like signing stuff and whatnot today. And I'm going to show you around. She's like, would you guys like a Diet Coke? I'll be waiting for you when you come back. And I said, sure, I'd love a Diet Coke. So she gets both me and Mama Mori a Diet Coke and starts telling us all about the house when we arrive back. All of the little tricks and tips of the area and like the things that she used to do in her existence there, and was just so kind, and she loves that place so much and just wants somebody who's going to take good care of it. And I know that I can do that. And so I really showed her how much I do care about it. And in the end, she's like, all right, so let's make this a done deal. And so, we start the signing. And of course, Money Man rolls up. And she's like, oh boy, he's going to be really mad. And I'm like, what? What? And of course, I wanted to run. I was ready to cut and run. I was like, all right, I'm about to run away now. Even though we had signed everything. And so Money Man McGee, no, he's a nice guy, but he walks in and he's like making a joke like, haha, we're doing this with no money. Well, that's a little unusual from the procedures. Inside this guy's head, he's like, holy fucking shit, are you kidding me? So, is the time in the US mostly going to be for Reaper business? Nope. I'm making a green screen room so I can do mocap, but I'll explain a little bit more about that later. Money is only a concept. Yeah, so it was awkward, but, and we show him the signed lease, and he says, all right, well, I trust you, ma'am. Not me, he doesn't trust me, to the landlord. He's like, I trust, if you feel good about this. And she's like, oh, I do. I can tell they're going to do a great job with this place, and they're so sweet. And we've just been having a Diet Coke and hanging out on the front porch and just talking about it. Was it even legal? Yeah, it was legal. We signed it correctly. We signed it for the day that the money would be exchanged, pretty much. Which you can do, actually. No, we made an addendum. I forget what it was. But the guy said, yeah, it's fine. He said that it was okay. So he's not a loan shark, no. Yeah. We made like an addendum pretty much, and he said if it isn't okay, then I will send you a digital copy. It's just that she wanted, to have a physical copy in her hands on that day. But he said, no, it's fine. If it's really not okay, we'll just get you a digital one sent to you in a couple days once the money, makes it through and whatnot. So we figured it out. Nothing illegal or anything like that. What a freaking asshole. She was so nice, and she wanted to stay and talk with us for longer, but we had a busy day back in the homeland. But she gave me a big hug at the end, and I asked her for another one. And she could tell how stressed I was from how tense my body was and how fast my heart had been beating the entire day. And she just said, take a deep breath. And I took a deep breath like 3 times, and we just hugged it out. And she's like, I know you're going to do a great job with this place. And we figured it all out. And now I finally have a real second base, and Mama Mori's going to be taking care of it and whatnot for the times that I'm away. And Grandma too powerful. I feel like she's going to end up becoming like a second grandma to me, to be honest. But she was such a sweetheart, and like I almost burst into tears because the entire day had just been so crazy. And it got to a point where several times where I just thought that this place that I loved wasn't going to work out, even though I'd been dreaming about it and planning things and just making all kinds of arrangements. And it's all okay, but even now my stomach still hurts a lot because I really had kind of a bit of a panic attack. The main reason that I need to get out here is because I love Japan, but there are some suffocating parts of it, and want to be able to go outside and just take a deep breath of air in a nice, quiet place, full of fresh, humid air. But I need to be back home for a while. And things have been tough. Like I said, I love Japan, but it's just, for my mental, it's not been good lately. And so I need to be back, nearer to family, and in a place where I can, speak my native language wherever, and it's got a lot of space. And I'm so happy that I have all this space now, and I'm planning my studio, and I'm planning my green screen room, and I'm very excited. Yeah, it's cool, but it's crowded. That's true, and I feel like it's hard for me to stay super upbeat there. I realized that when I came back to Underworldian United States, suddenly my mood was so lifted, and I realized there's nothing better than that. There's no better sign that this is what I have to do, right? City living is rough. So Reaper business, no, it'll be half and half. I'll still be streaming there, which is why I can't wait to get my streaming set up on point, and get my green screen studio working, and get the suit that Cover is sending me as well. So I'm gonna have to learn all the ins and outs of home 3D, but I'm excited. And yeah, I'll still be living in Japan half time as well. I'm just hoping that travel becomes a bit easier. I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but once things get easier, then it'll be like a no-brainer to just pop back and forth. So you'll be making lots of trips home in the future, right? Then yes, definitely, to see my family and whatnot. How often will you travel? I'm not totally sure, to be honest. I feel like maybe every 3 months or so, but I just kind of have to play it by ear. I plan on spending long periods of time at a time, but I don't want it to impact my streaming. Like right now, being on a streaming laptop, this microphone isn't the worst. It's not the worst one I've had traveling on the road. It's pretty decent. It's another Shure, but it's a USB one. And I don't have as much power. It's a powerful computer, but I don't have a bunch of monitors. We'll figure it out. I went back, here's a little epilogue, went back to meet up with the little sis, and it turns out that Papa Mori had a terrible day as well. Just a really bad client that made him extremely sad. So Imoto says, I'm gonna cook dinner for everyone, and she doesn't always do stuff like that, which was really sweet of her. So she made some delicious chicken for us, because we have a nice little, I was able to, thanks to you guys, upgrade us to a nice little suite that has a kitchen. It's a little one, but it's got the stuff that you need to do a basic chicken fry. So, and she has a special chicken fry. Did she cook the lizard? No, I don't think she was able to wrangle it. A kitchen in a hotel. It's a pretty nice hotel. Thanks to you guys, I was able to get us kind of a suite of sorts. Someplace nice. So thank you for always supporting me. They were really happy about it because they're like, wow, we can actually make food here? I'm like, yeah. And of course, the sister immediately was like, yes, I want to cook something. I think she just really wanted to cook something, to be honest. But she was being nice, so. Yeah. Nice kitchenette suite. Yeah, it was pretty good, but I couldn't really eat a lot, just because, my stomach had been very anxious. So they said, go ahead and lay down, because it took me a long time to come down from the panic, I guess. And my stomach was hurting all day, and it wouldn't stop. And my breathing was awful, and I went to lay down, and I still couldn't really fall asleep. Are you feeling better now? A little bit, but still not great. I think my blood pressure is not good. Like I said, that was the worst anxiety that I've gone through in a long time, even more so than any time that I've streamed or, anything like that. And streaming, it gives me a little anxiety here and there every once in a while, but this was on another level. Mostly seeing my mom sad and thinking that it was her fault, and I know how badly she wanted me to move there, but she kept saying, Callie, it's your choice. I don't want to force it upon you, but I did want to go there. It's just she thought it was her fault, and it makes me sad when I see her think that it's her fault. So, but she's okay now. So, yeah, I think I get more anxiety from like the thought of my parents being sad than anything. So it isn't your fault, Mama Mori. I kept telling her that over and over again, and she was cool about it, and like, oh, I'm fine, don't worry about me. But that's because she knows that I have issues with being anxious, and so but yeah, I'm just kind of concerned because we had the chicken, and I cut it open and I showed it to Imoto, and she was super proud of her cooking. I cut it open and I showed it to her and I said, it's fucking raw, because it was raw in the center, and her eyes get so big. She's like, shit, let me throw it back on. So she threw it back on, and I'm like, how much of this did I eat? And it was only, it's raw. Secondhand anxiety, yeah, all day. It was pretty bad. But the chicken did some to warm my heart. It was like a tasty lemon-ish fry. She's got some kind of way, some recipe. It was good. But she threw it back on, and it was only me and hers. Yeah, parents were okay. You guys are sweet. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it so much. I will reschedule it just because I can't lie to you guys. I'm in a lot of like pain right now. And I hate being flaky like this, and I know that I do it every once in a while, and this, like, these days more often than not, and I need to fix that. And I think I'll be able to. But at the same time, thanks for being so understanding, you guys. Thank you. It's okay. Thank you so much, you guys. I seriously appreciate it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and read some super chats, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Be right back.